Today we'll discuss about stress management. We are going to cover concept of stress management, causes of stress and strategies of stress management. Everybody experiences stress in their life. You will never find a person who has not experienced stress in life. May it be the housewoman, may it be a professional or a student. Everybody goes through stress in their life. But the stress may be fruitful when it comes to taking decision in their life, and sometimes it happens to be harmful also. So let us look at an image. If you'll see the image here, you'll find the students are overburdened with different kind of problems. They have to complete the syllabus. They have to even complete their assignments, paperwork. They have to think about their career opportunities. They have to make choices when it comes to selection of the optional paper. And all this makes them stressed out the whole year. And the similar condition happens even with the teachers. When the teachers are teaching in the classroom, it's not just teaching learning process that happens. They have to do many works. So that is why they are also stressful. So let us understand the concept of stress. According to Oxford Dictionary, stress implies mental pressure or worry caused by the problems in life, which is often a factor in development of long-term illness. Physical pressure put on the physical being that can damage it or make it to lose its shape. So according to the Oxford Dictionary, if you'll see minutely, they have focused on two different concepts. They have focused on the mental pressure and also the physical pressure as the cause of the stress. Going ahead, stress is a very complex phenomenon. The term stress was coined by Dr. Seeley in the year 1984. He defined it as a non-specific response of the body for any demand. He experimented with laboratory animals. The animals experienced a lot of physical and emotional stimuli, and then he could find out that even the reactions of the animals were different. They could undergo the physical and pathological changes as the human beings are going through because of the stress. On the basis of the experiment, then he defined that the stress is a non-specific response to any demand given by the animals. And here it's similar to the human beings also. The reaction to the stress is going to be individualistic reaction. Everybody is going to react to the stress in a different manner. Going ahead, we need to look at some more definitions of stress. According to medical science, stress is a physical and psychological stimulus that can produce mental tension or physiological reactions that may lead to illness. The medical science is focusing on the illness as the result of any stress which has occurred among the human beings. The next definition is by Richard Lazarus. He defined stress as a feeling experienced when a person thinks that the demands exceed the personal and the social resources the individual is able to mobilize. So whenever the expectations are beyond capacity, that time the individuals are suffering from the stress. They get a lot of tension, they get frustrated because they are not up to the mark. And that is why the stress is a major problem among the human beings. Going ahead, we will look at one more definition. Arnold and Feldman in the year 1986 defined stress as the reaction of individuals to new or threatening factors in their work environment. If you'll see this definition, both the psychologists, they are focusing on the new environment and the stress which has been occurred because of the new environment. Many times you will find the teachers who are newly joined in the school, they are not aware about the working strategies. They are not sure about the portfolios allotted to them, and that is why they go through a lot of stress. Similar to this, if you'll see the example of students, when they entered in the new course, again they are not aware what kind of syllabus they will be learning, what kind of practicum will be involved in that, and what kind of career opportunities will be available for them. And that is why they go through a lot of new stress. If you'll see the example of the beauty contest, even the beauty pageants who are awarded with the crown, they also go through a lot of stress. But that stress is because of the positive environment. So all these three definitions, they are focusing on the causes of the stress. Here they are focusing causes of the stress could be mental or physical causes. It could be new situation or it could be unexpected thing happening, and it is the reaction that the people are giving to this kind of situation. So this is what these three definitions are focusing on. So here we are trying to say that people trying to adapt with the situation. They are trying to adjust with the new situation, and while they are adjusting, there are stress which occurs. Because of lot of psychological demand, the stress occurs. And this we can find in any situation here. Because of stress, when we react to any of the situation, the reaction is going to be different. Many a times people feel afraid of the new situation. Some of the time they get stressed out. Some of the time they feel that I want to go out of this situation. This happens because there is a lot of biochemical reactions which happens in our body when the stress occurs. If you'll see the situation of the students who are appearing for the examination, you'll find their head starts aching, they perspire a lot. Why? Because they are undergoing a stress situation. If you'll tell a new person to stand in front of the audience and speak, many a times they shiver. Again, this is the reaction of the stress that they are going through. In a new situation, people feel nauseatic. Many a times heartbeat increase. You must find people saying there are butterflies in my stomach. I'm not able to understand anything, or I'm not able to even remember the things which I have read. Though I have studied, but I could not even put forth those points when it comes to writing a paper. All this situation happens with students and even the professionals when they are working in the situation. Even with the teachers, because some of the time when there is a new class, when there are students who are not cooperating, or even the topic is new, that time maybe teachers feel stressed there in the classroom. But looking ahead, we need to go ahead and think about what are the components of the stress so that we will able to understand how stress occurs. There are four major components of stress: the source or the cause, the pressure, or we can call it input, the recipient, that could be called as target, the effect or output. We need to understand the relationship between these four components. There is always a source behind any kind of stress. Because of the source, there is pressure which is built up. That pressure could be mental pressure or physical pressure which is put on the recipient. And because the recipient is very stressed out, its output is going to be a stressful life, frustration, fear, or having butterflies, perspiration, or increase of heartbeat. All those are going to be effects of the stress. Here we can take an example of a new student teacher who is delivering a lesson for the first time in the classroom. Again, the situation is new. For the first time, the student teacher is entering in the classroom, so that is going to be source. Now the pressure on the student teacher is to remember the content, to deliver the content in the proper manner, to remember all the examples, ask questions at the correct time, and at the same time to be there in front of the students, handle the classroom situations. So that could be mental and the physical pressure on the student teacher. So here the student teacher is going to be recipient. Now the effect of it or the output of in this situation could be the student teacher will not able to deliver his lesson properly. He may forget some of the content, or when it comes to asking questions, he may skip one or two questions in between. So that will be the effect of this stress on the student teacher. So with this example, it will be easier to understand how the stress works on any of the person. The concept of the stress is also used in physics. If you think of elasticity, the concept of stress is used there. If you take a rubber band and try to expand it, the expansion of the rubber band will depend on the stress that you are giving on it. And when you remove the force, it will resume to its original position. At the same time, if you see this concept with respect to human beings, even here the magnitude of the stress depends on the situation and it depends on the working style of the human beings. The stress is going to be different for each individual. For some person, they may find the situation very stressful, but at the same time, another person will find it very challenging. Take an example of a teacher who is handling an international conference. One teacher may find it's very challenging because I have to coordinate with so many people here, but some of them will feel very stressful, very frustrated because there is a lot of work behind when it comes to organizing such of the conferences. So therefore, the magnitude of the stress has to be taken care of whenever we are learning about stress. These environmental conditions are called as stresses by Dr. Selye. He said these stressors could be physical or psychological. One more thing that Dr. Selye has focused on is these stressful conditions or the stressors are not always harmful. Many a times the stress works positively for the people also. Stress could be negative, positive or neutral, but it's going to be unique. It is going to be different for each individual because it depends on how you perceive the situation. Take an example of a person who is going for a holiday and book ticket of a hill station. But in this situation, the person knows that what kind of problems he may face because of the condition, the environmental condition of that place. So here he can take care of all the problems in advance. But in sometimes there are sudden situations and because of which the stress occurs. For example, if somebody dies in the family, that is the sudden situation. So here the person feels stress, and that is a negative kind of stress that a person is finding. Selye here trying to even categorize stress into three categories. One is eustress, de-stress and neutral stress. Eustress is a positive stress, the stress which is occurring because of the positive situations. For example, as I have already told you, if you won a first prize in a running competition, that is going to be again a stress for you, but you're going to enjoy that situation. We have already discussed the situation of a beauty contest. You must have seen the person who is wearing crown is shivering, crying there on the stage because of the positive stress or the eustress that she is going through. But when it comes to de-stress that occurs in the negative situations, as I have already told you about death in the family, that's the negative situation, and because of which there are a lot of negative feelings which occurs among the people. The third type of stress is neutral stress. It occurs with the negative incidences, but they have been handled very properly. If we'll handle negative incidences properly, the situation won't be that stressful for the human beings as a challenge, and then we'll move forward and achieve success in the life. So we can never say that there is no stress in our life. Everybody faces stress, but of course excessive stress or prolonged stress is going to be harmful. Then the people suffer from lot of diseases as the effect of the stress in their life.